How is Connor Cody coming along? We've seen him at away games so far this season. Looks like he's got the boot off now. How's he recovering?
Good. It's very close. Probably after the international break, he can finally join us in the session and the day by day.
Despite being out, how influential has he been around the place?
Huge, to be honest. He was almost every day with us. He was in every game, home, away. So yeah, he show exactly what he is in terms of leadership, in terms of teammates, team building, always there. Fantastic.
When you initially told us about the length of the injury, you said it might be maybe towards the end of September. To get him back just after the international break, how pleased are you to have him back a couple of weeks early?
It's not a couple of weeks early. Join the session doesn't mean he can play.
Okay.
So at the end, the time will be that time that we said. Probably we can have him some days before or week before, hopefully, but more or less will be that time. Yeah.
I see. It obviously is the transfer deadline day today. Earlier this week, Luke Thomas and Victor Christiansen went out on loan. Why did you decide to allow those players to go out to Sheffield United and Bologna respectively?
No, we decide together. I'm not the only one say you have to go and the player they leave. If they leave, it's because they agree with that. So it's just a normal decision in terms of, I said, they work every day to be first choice. Probably they can see themselves not as a first choice, and they decide together. We decide that probably for them was better to go and to play in different team.
You did bring another new signing in, another winger earlier this week as well, Abdul Fatawa. What will he bring to your side?
No, it's very good in 1v1, very quick, but he's born 2004. So in his time, but hopefully, for sure, he's going to help us.
Obviously, the deadline shuts at 11 o'clock tonight. Are you still hopeful that you may still do some business between now and then?
I don't think so, to be honest, because it's almost finished. But as we always said, there are still some hours, so we see.
You have been linked with some players. The latest is Tom Cannon this morning from Everton. But I wonder, I know you won't comment specifically on players, but is a striker position, if you could strengthen between now and 11 o'clock, would that be something you would like to strengthen in your squad?
Yes, could be, especially because in January there is the Africa competition, and could be, we see, yeah.
How happy have you been with the transfer window so far? 8 players through the door already, and I wonder how happy you are with your first transfer window at Leicester.
Happy in terms of we needed to refresh, to change. We did it, especially with many young players born between 2000, 2001, 2, 3, 4. So happy with that. But still some hours. We see how we finish.
Final one from me, Enzo, but obviously there's a game tomorrow as well. Hull City at home. We're told that they're a side also that like to control the ball and look to get on the ball as well. What kind of different test? What we would expect from them tomorrow?
Yeah, as you said, it's a team that they want the ball, they want to control the game, like us, and for sure it will be a difficult game, probably a bit different from the previous one, even if without the ball they work more or less similar to, for instance, to Cardiff when they came here, 4-4-2, wait in their side, and then probably in this case they are more, when they have the ball, instead than to be so direct, they try to play a little bit more. But yeah, will be a difficult game.
Enzo, thank you very much. Best of luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Sam. We'll go to Charlie from BBC East Midlands.
Thank you, John. Hi, Enzo. What do you think of deadline day? It's your first as a manager here in this country. What do you think of it being during the season?
No, anyway, I already lived this because I was 4 or 5 years here, and it's similar to another country. The deadline is always the last day, so you are there. Sometimes you need to do something, sometimes you don't need, but is what it is, and finally tomorrow it's finished.
Is it a good thing though, or is it an unwanted distraction? Would you rather, I guess what I'm getting at is, I've heard some managers say that they'd rather the deadline closed before the season started. I just wonder where you
Yeah,
fit on.
yeah. To be honest, it's not ideally thinking about the window transfer when the league is already there and you have a game to prepare. But they decide like this, we need we need to adapt. For sure, probably it's more for the players when there is some noises that for them could be annoying. But yeah, it's exactly the same for them.
Are there still some players that you could be looking at moving out of the club today?
Yeah, there is some, as I said, there are some noises for some players, and we see if something happens in the next hours.
One of those players that's been linked with a move away would be Wilfred Ndidi, linked with Nottingham Forest for the last couple of weeks or so. Has there been any contact between the two clubs?
I don't know. Wilfred is playing with us, and he's still with us. So this is the only thing I can say.
Just finally, how difficult does it make planning for a game tomorrow when there are all of these moving parts?
Yeah, that's why I said to you, probably more than for us, for the manager, it's for the players that some noise probably they can be distract. But we have one more session today, and we see how they are.
Thank you for your time. Good luck tomorrow.